Hi. It seems the only time I do these videos anymore is when I complain about how much my life sucks. And for that, I apologize. Um, I'm doing this video for people that don't follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Harry, a couple weeks ago, had to go into the hospital because he needed blood transfusion and he needed plasma because he was basically walking corpse. He has been having problems with his liver. He has liver cirrhosis, which basically means that you, instead of peeing out fluid, it builds up in your abdomen, something that you would wish on your worst enemy. And anyone that knows anything about this, if you had a family member or something go through this, no, he's not an alcoholic. He probably drinks a six-pack, well, he can't anymore, but he drinks a six-pack every 6 months, if not once a year. Honestly, we can't afford alcohol. Alcohol is freaking expensive, but that's a rant for another day. He doesn't have hepatitis C. They've done that test like 5 times. It's a mystery, really. It's just one of those people that get it just randomly, I guess. So we were at the hospital just randomly, like he was gonna get some plasma because his hemoglobin was low, and then his doctor said, no, you're staying the night. So we stayed like 4 days, 3 nights, I think, because I was there with him, and I don't have a driver's license. Don't ask me why, I just don't. It's just never been so inconvenient that it pushed me to get one. Like, I'm the type of person, this is gonna make me sound like a lazy ass, which I am. I never really do those certain things unless I am pushed to do it. Like, I absolutely have to, which this would be a good reason for me to get one, because I couldn't drive home because I didn't have a driver's license. I wasn't going to learn illegally, you know, and be like, well, I'm smart enough, I can figure this out. Even though I've had dreams that I've done that before, but anyway. And I had a friend offer to drive me, because I don't really have friends in this area where there's actually a friend that you can actually rely on. I know someone in Kennewick, but you know, they're not like a friend that you could actually call up randomly and say, hey, I'm in a bind, you know. So anyway, I was stuck there with him, and the nurses were very nice. I mean, what everyone says about nurses is true. Nurses are great. One of them actually brought me in a small, like, recliner and said, you can sleep in this is more comfortable than a standard chair. And this one warned me and said, if a new patient comes in, you might have to leave. So I thought about maybe, I'm stressing because I'm looking at says remaining time on here because there's so much space on the hard drive and everything. But anyway, the things in my head going on at once. But this one warned me and said, you know, after visiting hours, you really shouldn't be here, and if a patient comes in here and they're not comfortable with you here, you have to leave, because we're not responsible for you or something. But I never had to leave, and hopefully I never have to leave during this time. But hopefully I am going to get a ride, because tomorrow's Tuesday. Hopefully I can get a ride either Wednesday or Thursday. But anyway, they did all these tests. He's 52 years old, so they're like past the time where you should get a colonoscopy. And so he drank what's called Go Lightly, which anyone has ever had to clean out for a colonoscopy or anything knows that it's this gallon of fluid. He said it tastes like Alka-Seltzer. you drink it, and then you gotta go. You gotta go like right now. So he did that, and he was hooked up to the IV the entire time. So every time he had to go to the bathroom, where did that accent come from? But anyway, he had to go to the bathroom. He was hooked up to the IV. Well, I had to help him with the IV. That's probably why they had me stick around. I helped so much, but I made sure that it didn't catch on anything because he was so out of it. He couldn't make sure that happens. And then when he came back, I had to make sure that it was where it should be and everything. And I tucked him into bed, and I made sure everything was okay. And that's what my job was. But anyway, he had this colonoscopy, and this doctor storms in, says, "We found a mass," and then he stormed out. "We found a mass. You're gonna have to stay here at least another night, or do the biopsy." Stormed back out. And then the nurses came in and said, "Well, if that's what the doctor said," this wasn't his regular doctor. It was just the guy that did the specialist or whatever. And on Monday, this was not this Monday, obviously, because this is Monday. This was last Monday. I believe they said, "Yeah, you do have colon cancer. We have to remove this." One doctor said, "If it's not colon cancer, we're still going to remove it. We just don't have to remove that section. We can just clip it out. If it's colon cancer, we have to remove the entire section," which Harry said earlier is 4 to 5 inches they have to take out. So I like the doctor that said we're going to remove it anyway. This other doctor said, we'll just check it from time to time, see if it's not cancer, we'll just check it. I don't like that guy. I like the guy that said he was going to remove it anyway. But I don't like the we'll wait until it's cancer thing. I don't like that. But anyway. So they said because of his cirrhosis, he's higher risk. I don't know what the ratio is or anything, but when they said it's like from scale 1 to 10, how much should I worry? So we did the power of attorney, me signing it and everything. He has when he started this job about 4 or 5 years ago, he started paying on a life insurance policy. I don't work. I haven't worked for a few years. So a life insurance policy, God forbid. I'm an atheist, but I still say that. Isn't that weird? But God forbid that would help. I wouldn't be totally shit out of luck. So anyway, I signed power of attorney just in case they have to run in and say, something real quick, and I have to make that decision. Hopefully it's just standard. They're going to do a biopsy on his liver because they have no clue why he has liver cirrhosis. He doesn't have hepatitis C. It doesn't drink. They have no clue why. Which you don't like it when the doctor says, "You know what? I have no freaking clue." You want them to be on top of it. So his regular doctor is kind of aggressive, but I like it when doctors are aggressive. I don't like it when they're like apathetic. They're like, how many people I see every day, I don't really care. I like it that she's like, "We're gonna get you better," and she's more aggressive, I think. But she kind of yells at him, and he doesn't like that, but that's what the doctor's supposed to do. She has an accent, which is kind of cool. But anyway, what can I say? I mean, this last week, I've been, there's this thing where if I eat something, and it's not like I get heartburn, because I could eat, one time I was really sick, and I had this, and I think I ate oatmeal or something really bland like that, and I still had this thing where it's supposed to be in my stomach, but it travels up in here in my chest, And so the best thing I can do is eat very little, so it's like it only hurts a little bit, but I eat something, so I'm not completely starving, because you know, you have to eat something, so it's like up here. But I don't know about other times, but, well, I had a stomach ulcer a couple years ago, so it kind of goes along with that, but I had this before the stomach ulcer, but you know what I mean. But I know it's because I was worrying so much. I had this right here, and when I ate one night, I went back for seconds, and I ate seconds of our dinner, and it was like the blandest. It was like low sodium, because he's not supposed to eat salt, which is impossible. But anyway, it was like low sodium cream mushroom soup, pasta, vegetables, ground beef, which of course was just like drained ground beef. What else was in it? Onions. But it was mostly just the pasta, the vegetables, and cream mushroom soup. And because I ate so much of it, like, I'm trying to say, like, the point is, it's not heartburn. It's not like I ate what gives you heartburn. I'm trying to think of something. Peppers or something like that would give you heartburn. I could have ate white bread and it still would have been here. You know what I mean? Because I was talking to Jennifer about it the other day, and I said, you don't understand. I could have ate the blandest food, and it's the quantity of it. Because my stomach is so tight from stress that it affects how I eat and stuff. So anyway, and everyone's saying it's a standard surgery, don't worry about it, and the more people are like, don't worry about it, the more I worry, because I worry because other people aren't worrying. I'm like, why aren't you worrying? You know, shouldn't you be concerned about this? But I thought I'd do a video because not everyone follows me on Facebook and Twitter, and I thought I would document this, so maybe later I could watch this video. But Harry's never had surgery before, and he is so glad I'm going to be there with him. And people that don't really know me, he's kind of like, it's kind of weird, because it's like, he's kind of like my husband, but not, like, we don't have sex, you know what I mean? Like, I do the house cleaning, and I take care of him, and I'm good company, and we live together, and we do everything together, and we even, like, and I'm saying this to be honest, like, we even sleep in the same bed, and we cuddle before we go to sleep, and things like that. Like, we're very affectionate towards each other. The other day we were cuddling for like 45 minutes. And I told Jennifer, I said, we're cuddling for 45 minutes. She said, good, that's good for you. She understands completely. So don't go to that conclusion, oh, she would be upset. I told her that when we first met, was it's a package deal. If you have a problem with him, you have a problem with me. If you don't get it, then this is not gonna work. And she said, I completely understand. So that's why her and I have been working out. But this thing with my family, I don't really want to elaborate too much. Something happened with my sister, because my grandma's dying. She's in hospice. I went there once for a week, and I was so nice. She's living, I don't want to sound like I'm talking shit about her, but she's living in a condo my grandma paid for, and she promised my grandma that if my other sister, because my other sister's like flaky and stuff, and she said, if you promise that you'll give my other sister a place to stay when she is in and out of, she's in between boyfriends or whatever, that she'll have a place to stay if I give you this condo. And then my other sister said, okay, that's a deal. And this was in September. So I usually stayed at my grandparents' house, but my grandma sold the house and then moved into this senior citizen apartment complex. And then she was only in there for a month, and then she got sick. Like she had cancer that was slow growing cancer, and she was on a lot of morphine because it was really painful. And now she's on a lot of morphine now, like more so, like she drifts in and out of. She was having a conversation with someone, and she thought it was Sunday, and it was really Tuesday. She doesn't know what day it is. She doesn't know what time. She said, "Oh, I saw you last time I saw you. It was midnight, and it was really 7 o'clock." She had no idea, and that makes me feel sad, because it's like when someone's mentally sharp but they're physically handicapped, that doesn't make you feel as bad as when they're mentally losing it. And my grandma's always been really sharp and very, like, she's like, you give her a math equation, like, 175 plus 520 or something, and she knows it right away. And so, anyway, I went there, and my aunt kind of yelled at me. She's like, "Oh, you don't care about Grandma as much as you should, blah, blah, blah." So I went down there, and I was so nice. Like, I brought a box of groceries. I didn't have money to say, here, the difference with food, because my sister, she's on disability and everything, and I thought, well, it would make me look like a jerk if I just showed up and I wasn't going to contribute, because I wanted to have a good reputation with her. We lived together for a few months and it didn't work out, and then we patched things up, and then we've been kind of trying to have a good relationship since. Harry's still mad at her because of what she did during when we were living with her, but anyway, I bought groceries because I didn't have money at the time to give her food, or give her money, I mean. So I brought some groceries I had in the house, and I cooked, because she's not really, she like makes something out of a box, like she doesn't really cook from scratch. And I thought, well, I'll cook from scratch and I'll be all nice and everything, and I felt I was nice. And her boyfriend, and I swear he has like mild autism, he's on a lot of medication like she's on. They're both schizophrenic, and but I swear, like, he has a couple, not to say anything bad about people that have autism, I'm just saying that it just seems like there's certain things that he does that are a little off. And he has a lot of anxiety, but that's beside the point. It's just, I would say something sarcastic and he wouldn't get it, and I would have to, like, everything I say is sarcastic, so it was very difficult for me to, because I would say something and he'd take it literally, like he just didn't get that I was being sarcastic. That was one thing that was a problem. The main thing that was a problem from my perspective was it was a daily thing where he kept on hitting on me. He kept on saying, "So you wouldn't have sex with me?" I asked my sister, I don't want to say her name, but my sister, he asked seriously my sister if she could sleep with me, and she said no. But he kept on asking me, and I said, because there's this one, not to be too graphic, but I have this one fuck buddy that is black, so I told him I only prefer black people, to shut him the fuck up, and I thought that would be the end of the story, and he would keep on saying, so what's wrong with me? Why don't you like me? and he would like take it personally. And I said, you know, even if you were single, it's disgusting that you're hitting on me because you're dating my sister and you say you're in love with her. But even if you were single, I find you disgusting. I don't find you, there's no sex appeal whatsoever in you, and it's the truth. That he's like, it would be like having sex with someone that has Down syndrome. I would feel like I would be like raping someone. And the thought of this guy, her boyfriend, being on top of me, like, makes me want to throw up. More so because of this situation. But anyway, I come home and I think everything's great. I arrange a Christmas package with them. They gave me a $50 Walmart gift card. And for Christmas, because they thought, well, I'm not going to see you Christmas maybe, so here's it early. And so I get this card and I got some groceries, and I'm really appreciative that I got this card. And so anyway, I got some groceries and I got a couple things. I had some stuff that I was building up this year because she's really into Snoopy, so I got some things here and there that were Snoopy. And so I put in a gift bag. It was stuff for him, stuff for her. He loves peanut butter cups, and so I got him some Reese's peanut butter chocolate candies and things like that that I knew he would like. And I got some Snoopy stuff for her, and it was a nice present. And I got some more pantry stuff to bring and for my next trip, because my grandma is like, she could die any day now, so I have to see her. But I think that I can't at this time. Like, I can't go because I don't have a friend that lives in the Portland area. But anyway, what happened was I called them 2 weeks after I left, and she says, well, our food stamps got cut, so unless you pay for your way as far as food is concerned, you cannot come. And I said, well, I'm going to bring some food, because they didn't ask me to bring food before. I said, well, I'm going to bring food like I did before, and I am going to, what did I say? And I can bring an extra 20. This was right after Harry was out of the hospital. I said, all this stuff is happening with Harry. He's going to have surgery. And so this was like the day after we found out he had to have surgery. But anyway. So she said, no, we can't afford you. And is there any place else you can stay? And I said, no, not really. And then she hung up the phone, or she said, my boyfriend will stay at a friend's house. He didn't like how you were treating him. He will stay at a friend's house if you stay here. And my other sister, which I cannot stand, has been staying there here and there because her and her boyfriend are fighting. So she was staying there off and on. And so she said, well, I can't really tell her to stay with her boyfriend because you're here. And so this all of a sudden came up. And then I talked to my uncle, which he was the one that drove me there and then drove me back and forth. And then I called her again, and she said, no, I didn't like how loud you were, and he said that you were watching porn. And he said that was inappropriate. And I was like, what? You're saying, because I can just imagine, like, because in the first conversation I said he was acting inappropriate to me, he was hitting on me all the time. She goes, yeah, I'm aware of that. And then I was just so, like, shocked. Like, I'm not really good at having arguments in the heat of the moment. Like, I have to wait a while and then go back to it. So I was just shocked, like, what is he talking about? Like, he cannot be around me. Because I kind of had this, like, he was like this, you know how some kids are very annoying, but you miss them when you're not around them. He was kind of like that. He's just very annoying, but I kind of missed him, and I was looking forward to seeing him again. And I actually want to like call him up and say, what are you doing? Like I want to argue with him, uh, but that's not appropriate. I shouldn't do that. That's not, that's not very mature. But I said, well, he was hitting on you. What are you talking about? And she said, well, he said that you weren't being very appropriate. You watched porn. I did watch porn once. I wasn't like naked or anything. I just like turned it on for some reason. I turned it on for a couple minutes and I turned it off. He was like, oh, does this sound like someone that's offended? He goes, oh, what are you watching? I said, I'm watching porn. He takes out his thumb drive and says, can I have a copy of that? I said, no, it's on a website. Okay. He put it back, and then he turned back to his computer and was playing a game or something. Now, does that sound like someone that was offended that I was watching porn for like 5 minutes? I don't think so. That doesn't sound like someone that's offended. I think he was just offensive because I said something negative about him. I am offended now. I'm just so livid because of everything going on. I'm livid right now with them because I really needed them to give me a place to stay. He is not letting me stay there. She's taking his side. He's not letting me stay there because I did something that bothered, like, I said that he was offensive to me, so now he's saying I don't want that person around me if she thinks that way about me. What am I supposed to do? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if he was Brad Pitt, it would still have been really bad if he was hitting on me and dating my sister. And he's so, like, a couple crayons short of a full box. He doesn't get how that's not appropriate. It's just he's one of those types of people, well, you have to meet him to know what I mean. Some guys are just losers, and they're just idiots. It's not like that. It's a very autistic type of thing going on with his brain, and he doesn't get, like, if you... Like, you have to be very, very clear in what you mean by things. I would tell him, this is what you need to do with this, and I'd have to be very specific, or he would not get it. It would completely go over his head. There was this one time where I was making, and I actually made him something to eat, and I split it with him, but I didn't feel like cooking, and I cooked because I was being nice. That's one thing that upset me, but I started cooking something on the stove, and he said, oh, I don't think you turned on the right burner. I said, dude, I have the same brand of stove at home. Don't worry about it. It's a Frigidaire. Like, everybody has a Frigidaire, it seems. And he was putting his hand over the frying pan to make sure it was warm, like hovering, like over it to check. And I said, dude, look, it's on. Just leave me alone. And he was like, oh, it's I don't know if it's on or not. And it was so dangerous. Like, he could have hurt me. And that bothers me. It's like, I just want to yell at him and say, you know how much stress I'm under right now? My best friend of 11 years that I've gone through so much with has cancer right now, and you have to pull this shit on me? And I just want to yell at him until he just starts to cry, because I'm just so offended how he's pulling this shit on me. You know what I mean? And just because he's offended, like I hurt his manhood or something, and or lack thereof, and it's just like, it's so stressful. Like, nobody gets it. Like, I internalize, like, I need to learn how to not keep things in here so much, because it literally hurts. Like I was talking earlier, like my chest hurts when I eat something sometimes, and it's so stressful. But anyway, I'll do a quick video after. Well, I can't do a video. I can't do a video at the hospital. They block the webcam, so I'm not going to promise that. But later this week, when the second I get out of the hospital, I'll try to do a video, and then talk about our experience at the hospital for you guys. Okay? This is lagging all of a sudden. That's not good. Hold on. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. And of course, I hope the surgery goes smoothly and everything is just great. And that's it, really. Like, that's all I can say. See you guys later. I really appreciate the people. I know it's not that many people, but I really appreciate the people that actually watch these long videos, because it seems these are the only videos I can make. Like, I'm accepting that these are really the only videos I can make, is these long ass videos every once in a while. So anyway, see ya.